Hello, Ripple family. I invite you today to pause and reflect on the incredible story we're writing together. 6 years ago, Ripple began as a small seed, fewer than 10 virtual assistants, grounded in faith, watered by hard work, and nurtured by God's grace. That seed has grown into a flourishing tree with over 300 plus of you now standing as branches, spreading shade, fruit, and impact we call ripple effect to the world. Last year, the word deepen called us to strengthen our roots, anchor ourselves in purpose, and draw closer to the mission that God has placed in our hearts. Like a tree that thrives only when its roots run deep, we were reminded to nurture our foundation, grounded in faith and unwavering in commitment. This year, our word overflow reminds us that when our roots are deeply nourished, our branches will overflow with fruit of growth, service, and abundant blessings. And such a word is not only about more, it is about abundance that spills out, touching others with hope, love, and purpose. As we embrace this, we thought it's time to take a pivotal step forward. So we're thrilled to announce the Ripple Virtual Assistant Leaders and Freelancers Categorization. This is not a policy change, but it's Ripple's way to empower each of you by offering pathways to grow deeper in your purpose so that your impact overflows into every aspect of your life. Like a tree, Ripple's Virtual Assistant Leaders, or VALs, are its deepening roots that nourish the company through leadership, mentorship, and community engagement. Freelancers, on the other hand, are the outstretched branches, thriving independently but always connected to the core, bearing fruit in its own unique ways. And together, these roots and branches create a cycle of overflow, a continuous outpouring of growth, influence, and excellence that flows beyond the tree itself, reaching and transforming the world around it.
VALs are more than leaders. They are the vessels of Ripple's overflow. Through their commitment in Sunday services, leadership sessions, and community activities, they channel the abundance of faith and service into every part of the Ripple family. VALs are planted firmly in the fertile ground of leadership, ensuring Ripple thrives now and into the future. As Jeremiah 17:8 says, they will be like a tree planted by the water that sends out its roots by the stream.
Freelancers are Ripple's explorers, focused, flexible, and free to grow where their passions lead them. While they work independently with clients, they remain connected to Ripple's mission. Freelancers have access to our client acquisition hubs and support systems, ensuring they succeed without losing sight of professionalism and excellence.
Freelancers embody the branch that reaches out, bearing fruit far and wide. As Psalm 1 verse 3 reminds us, that person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season. You too are a vital part of the harvest.
This categorization is not a division, but alignment. It's giving each of you the clarity and tools to thrive in your unique role, whether as a root that strengthens or a branch that expands. Truly, some of us are deepening our roots, some are drawing strength to lead and support, while others are embracing the growth that flows from the heart of Ripple.
Freelancers, if you feel called to expand your impact and step into leadership, transitioning to a VAL is your opportunity to let your influence flow and reach new heights.
It starts with expressing your interest, followed by a clarification call where we align your vision with Ripple's mission. And from there, you will join a community committed to growth, leadership sessions, and faith-driven service.
Meanwhile, for those who choose to focus solely on client work, Transitioning from VAL to freelancer is also a thoughtful process. It begins with a request, followed by a discussion to ensure your goals are respected and supported.
Our commitment doesn't end here. VALs renew their engagement quarterly, and freelancers also undergo quarterly activity checks to ensure alignment with Ripple's mission.
Just as a tree's health depends on its roots and branches working together, Ripple thrives when each of us fulfills our role with excellence.
Now to our incredible satellite teams. Like branches on a tree, Ripple's satellite teams are unique yet part of the same strong trunk, each contributing to the overall growth. And sometimes, when the branch has flourished and produced abundant fruit, it's time for it to transition closer to the core, to keep growing, reaching new heights, and adding even more to the harvest.
For those continuing as VALs, this transition solidifies your leadership journey in Ripple's tree of leadership. Here's what's needed to stay rooted in this role. First, a mentor or guide to support your growth. Second, active involvement in Sunday services, sewing leadership sessions, and Ripple activities. Third, a heart committed to Ripple's mission and vision.
For those who choose to transition to freelancing, your focus will shift to client acquisition, growing and expanding your impact through your services. But before any change happens, we aim to reignite alignment with Ripple's vision within your satellite teams.
Freelancing doesn't mean stepping away from Ripple. It means branching out while staying grounded in our values. Even as you branch out, you're still part of the same tree, overflowing with fruit in your own unique way. Your growth and success add to the collective harvest, enriching the tree while remaining deeply connected to its foundation.
Every MBC call, SMDs, and executives will help identify and guide these transitions. We're here to ensure that every move, whether staying as a VAL or transitioning to a freelancer, aligns with both your personal goals and Ripple's mission.
Hence, satellites are indeed the perfect place to rediscover your vision and prepare for what's next.
As we open another chapter this year, let's commit to deepening our faith, service, and impact so that the overflow of our dedication pours out into every aspect of Ripple's mission. Whether you lead as a VAL or serve as a freelancer, you are a vital part of this ever-expanding tree, and your contributions help create a cascade of growth, abundance, and positive change. Let's keep growing, grounded in His purpose and united by His love, so that we continue to flourish and overflow with blessings throughout the year. God bless you all, and here's to an even greater year of fruitful abundance.